I'd like to talk a little bit about rudiments and what they are and what they're good for. The rudiments are a bunch of different sticking patterns that marching band and drum corps snare drummers are expected to learn. And books like Stick Control, like you have, are going to be filled with these things. They are somewhat a rite of passage and just a technical woodshed that eventually skilled drummers are expected to learn. They're not the be-all, end-all, and they're not really very musical. They're kind of the equivalent of scales on guitar or piano, that kind of thing. It's just a technical exercise to develop chops so that you have options. The real point of music is to connect with people's hearts and play something that speaks to people and makes them feel something. In order to do that better, you want to be able to control your feel and volume and dynamics, and that's where the technique comes in. Technique is a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. Having chops is not the point of playing. Playing good songs is the point of playing. So keep that in perspective. I've heard rudimental drummers who didn't groove. They sounded like robots. There was no feel to it. It just didn't feel good. You don't want to be one of those people, but eventually later on, it's not rudiment time yet. I would like for you to just play solid beats first. But eventually later, when it is rudiment time, once you learn each one by itself, or learn a few of them by itself, you don't need to learn all. There were originally 26 rudiments, and then later there are like 40 something now. You don't need to learn all of those, and you don't even need to learn half of them. There are only a handful that really get used a lot. Paradiddles, flams, being able to play doubles, and being able to control how much you're buzzing them, going in and out of buzzing them, opening versus closing a roll. There's really just a few, fewer than 10 that really matter. But eventually, once you are working on rudiments, then once you've got a couple of them down, a good thing to practice is transitioning between them. So, for example, there's a couple different ways of playing flam accents. There's the alternating way, which is so that's right flam, left flam, right flam, left flam. And there's a repeating way, which is a Swiss triplet. So it's just a right flam every time. And then, so a paradiddle is this: right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Doubles are this. Inverted doubles are like so. And that's good practice to reverse those accents and make your hand play it the other way. That's a good exercise. But one thing I started to do eventually was transition between these stickings and make it as seamless as I could, not as difficult. We want it to be easy, right? So could I go back and forth between single strokes and doubles? So last one's not really a rudiment you'll find in the book. That's a Buddy Rich lick. I can't do it the way he did it. I'm using my dominant hand for all of the fast notes where eventually you'll get to a point where you're used to playing doubles, and then you can play 3 from a hand. But Buddy and Joe Morello and those guys would be able to play. And you'll see Buddy raise one arm up and show you that he can do it all with the left hand. I can't do all that. But, you know, all that to say, eventually you'll take the same idea of transitioning between triplets and 16th notes or 8 notes, getting used to those different fills. You'll take the same idea from the fills, apply it to rudiments, just so that you're comfortable going in and out and you don't rush and you don't drag and you don't get lost and miss a beat. Just practice the transitions. A lot of people miss that. Make the transitions as seamless as you can.